As I look back on what the recent months brought me, I can't help but regret meeting her. And what seemed like someone who truly understood me now revealed herself to be pure evil. She was there, all alone at the bus stop. This was on the path that I take to get home. I guess what made her stick out was her soft red hair. It just seemed so unnatural and the colorless world I'd become accustomed to. I gave her a few seconds glance and didn't think twice about her as I carried on. Ella? Her voice seemed to cancel out the word. I haven't seen this girl once in my entire life, and she guesses my name correctly. I turned. Me? I said. Yeah. Do you know when the next bus comes around? No, I've never taken it before. This wasn't a local school bus stop. She was waiting for our town's metropolitan bus. She must be open enrolled, and we live in a town with one high school. I don't recall ever seeing her before, but she doesn't look a day older than me. Can you wait here with me, please? Something enticing about how she spoke made me want to stay with her, regardless of the fact that she knows who I am when I don't even know who this girl is. I didn't have to be home for a couple of hours anyway. My parents were used to me taking walks after school. It's not that they weren't protective, they just put a lot of trust in me. The bus never came that day, but I stayed with her for a while, and I learned everything about her. Her name was Robin. She was 15 years old, her parents were divorced, her father in prison for domestic violence. She had one cat named Oliver, and a betta fish without a name. She had been going to my school for about a month now, and overheard my name in the hall when I was talking to my friends. Talking to Robin gave me a warm feeling inside. She was different than anyone else I'd ever met. She liked everything I liked and hated everything that I did. On a few instances, people passed by us and gave me the dirtiest look. Did they know her? Was she trouble? No. I could tell we were going to be great friends. I began to see Robin in the halls more frequently. Whenever my mind wandered to the thought of her, it was like she was right around the corner. We'd walk to class together, talk about boys together, and pretty much everything else friends would do together. I started to notice that Robin was my only friend. Everyone I used to be familiar with started to fade away. A normal teen would be devastated by being left like that, but I was vaguely relieved. Nobody else could steal Robin now, right? The relationship I have with my parents is golden, something you'd see in a movie. I could tell them everything in my life. I looked up to them more than any other figure in my life. I didn't mind sharing Robin with them. They really accepted and encouraged our friendship. Not that they'd have any reason not to. They always asked about her, unlike the rest of the world. We grew closer throughout the year. She became the only one I acknowledged in school. She became the only one I was driven to wake up the next day to see. I became attached to her. Robin came to me last week in tears. I sunk when I saw her hurting. She fell before me. Her mother was admitted to the hospital after having a major stroke. I offered to come visit her and she lashed out at me. It hurt, but I've never actually seen her mother. She never offered to let me spend the night, and I never asked about it. I didn't think there was a very good relationship between Robin and her mother, given how much time she spent at my house. I told Robin she could spend some time at my house. I told my parents Robin would be spending more time with us. I assumed it would only be a week at the most. They were bitter. Where was the inviting glow and warmth they've always addressed me with? Ella, we think it's time for you to let her go. She's causing you too much stress and she's all you ever care about anymore. What? How could they even say that? She's my best friend. She's the only one who cares about me. What kind of people are they? Cut the shit, Ella. This has gone on long enough and we're sort of putting on a show for you. Grow up and forget about that fucking girl. Have you ever been devastated enough that you fall to the ground? I just wanted to escape. I wanted to be alone. Part of what they say is true. I've lost all my friends. My grades are shit. I haven't met a person that hasn't given me a look of pity or disgust ever since I started spending time with her. How could she do this to me? Does she hate me? Why am I being punished? I hate feeling like this. I hate my life. I hate my parents. I hate myself. I fucking hate Rob. How could I say that? Am I that twisted? Am I that sick? She's all I have, and I almost thought about hating her. I don't deserve her. I don't deserve to be happy. I'm dreaming, I must be. I can't even remember the past months. I'm walking home. I'm passing the bus stop. I see a familiar glow. A warmth takes over me. I want to walk to her, to talk to her. I want her to notice me. She doesn't. I can't stop walking. I can't control myself, and I can't imagine a life without her. Who's gonna save me from my own mind? What scares me the most is the thought of being alone forever. How am I gonna do this without her? I guess I really was dreaming. I pull myself from a warm, soaked floor. Did I drool? It's disgusting, or it's too dark to tell. My eyes are adjusting the darkness now. I can see a faint flashing light approaching through the window. The closer it gets, a quiet red and blue light coming to me. It's okay, Ella. This is the first time my whole body shivered when I heard that voice. Where is she? What's going on? The lights get closer, her face fading in and out with the approaching lights. This isn't saliva on my body. That wasn't a pool of drool I woke up in. I can see more as the lights get ever closer. There's a lot of this liquid. It's not a small pool. It cakes the walls and the floors of my home. She's covered in it. She disgusts me. She scares me. There's a knock on the door. Someone's yelling. A moment of silence lingers between us and we stare eye to eye. The door slams wide open. I can't break. I can't stop staring at her. What did she do to me? I'm grabbed and undertaken aback, pulling their arms over their noses to block the stench. It's in this moment that I snap back to life. It's in this moment that I know why there's so much blood. It's in this moment that I understand why it was so quiet. It's in this moment that I'm grabbed at the arm and pulled away from my parents. It's now that the men walk right past her. It's now that they don't even see her. It's now that I know she isn't real. Now I know what I did.